So you was talking about dirty macking and how you got to cut off somebody that's doing it on a consistent basis. You said it was happening on a consistent basis, right?
Yeah, yeah. And with anyone, when that happens, I just feel that you have to go. Do you see what I'm saying?
Here's the thing. I have a theory that I've been practicing for a couple of years on, haters, dirty macs, people who just generally want to, see you fail. They hate on every endeavor you do. I have a theory. My father taught me many different lessons in many different ways. Like I said, the active parent, right? But my father, much like John Morant, my father was my first hater, man. My father was my first hater. My father would purposefully sow discord in my life to get entertainment or, you know, teach me a lesson the rough way, whatever it may be, maybe a mixture of both. But he's told me a myriad of reasons, and he's always honest about what particular reason it is at what particular time. So, one thing I noticed is some people, when people are hating on them or actively trying to make an enemy of them, some people respond to that extremely negatively and they want to simply um fight it, combat it, end it.
Just stop in its tracks. Yeah,
No, I'm saying you want to stop them. Am I correct?
I do. Yeah, I do.
But let me ask you a question. Can you kill a bug? Can you kill all bugs? How much of your day would you spend stomping on ants if you tried to kill all bugs? All day, right?
Yeah,
So you can't kill all bugs. You can just kill a bug, right? We're on the same
yeah,
page. So
yeah.
stamping out every ant you see ends up wasting your time, your energy, your life, and there will never be an end to those ants. There will never be an end to those ants. Run down exactly the scenario of how your bro ended up dirty macking you.
Listen, we've gone out, yeah, and we met these girls. They just come,
Come closer to your mic,
and
bro.
we've been out for like we met these girls, and they've just come. We've been out with them for like 3 hours, and then I've walked away, and I've seen them talking to the girl that I was talking to, and she's just looking at me in a way. Then I've come back and I'm trying to talk to her, and she's like, "Oh, she'll talk to me when we get back inside." I'm like, "What do you mean, talk to me when we get back inside? Like, what would you have to talk to me about? We don't really know each other. Like, I don't. There's nothing really serious like that." So I've looked at him, and then she's ended up telling me that, "Oh, no one really likes that." He said no one really likes when I'm around, and he's basically like talking shit about me
Who is no
to
one?
get to her. No one is him and my family.
Damn.
And didn't make no sense.
From your perspective, why did he mac like that?
I don't know. I don't understand. That's my issue.
And you still ended up spending a couple days with the woman you were trying to spend time with.
Yeah.
Did he and does he have a record of spending time with the women that he likes and wants to spend time with? What you say?
On that, I don't know.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go ahead out on a limb and say I don't think so. Because what tends to happen, similar to the bug and haters, a dirty Mac is a hater. Jealousy and envy are different. Jealousy is, I want that, but I'm not mad you have it. Envy is, I want that and I'm mad you have it. I don't want you to have it. He attempted to soil your reputation simply for the fact that he wasn't able to dim your light in that situation, right? So we had to find a way to dim your light. Dimming light is something Dirty Macs do. Dirty Macs try to put your light under a bowl. You shine, you shine so damn bright that they have to put your light under a bowl. If they don't put your light under a bowl, they're scared that you're going to cast a shadow that leaves them in the darkness. Run that back. If they don't put your light under a bowl, they're scared you're going to cast a shadow that leaves them in the darkness, right? And that's the funny thing is he's chatting to a girl, chatting to a little peng, right? And rather than talking to her about what they should be doing, he was talking to her about you.
Me. Do you see what I'm saying?
So don't beat the brother down, man. Thank him. Thank him. He has your
No.
name. Now, listen,
Okay.
you got to
But
get this real wisdom. Go ahead. Go ahead.
what happens if this happens with more than one person? It's a constant thing with different people. Does that make sense?
So he's constantly dirty macking you whenever you're
Not
outside together.
whether whether it's him, whether it's someone else. Let's say it could be three bros, or it could just be people around me. But as time goes on, it occurs.
So
Does
are you saying there's multiple dirty macs around you?
multiple people exactly?
And they're dirty macking because why do you feel they are?
For whatever, I don't. For some, I don't even understand it
Think
sometimes.
about it with your
I don't.
spidey senses. You hear me?
Yeah.
Think about it with your spidey senses, right? Use a little bit of intuition and a little bit of logic to intuit why is it that you end up in a position where guys are talking bad about you to women, and specifically in that situation? Why would you think a man would want to talk bad about you to a woman they are just meeting?
Hmm. He wants to talk to her.
Or
He doesn't want me to talk to her.
or
Oh no, I'm not sure. Let me know.
Or he's scared she wants to talk to you. You get me?
I hear that. Yeah.
Usually, when men are talking bad about other men to women, especially women they don't know, it's because they see something in you that they believe she might like. And so they need to get ahead of the problem in order for there to still be an opportunity for you to not suck the air out the room, my nigga. They're trying to make sure your light's under that bowl in her mind. When a man talks bad about his man, his brother, right, to a woman that he does not know, and these are just chicks they're linking, bro, that's a jealous homie. That's an envious homie. So that should let you know, number one, you keeping on going. But regardless of a hater, we've already established you can't keep stepping on every ant. You step on and you flick the ant that's crawling on you, but you don't go outside looking for ants to step on, do you?
No,
You don't,
you don't. Yeah.
right? So what does that tell you?
You haven't got time. It's just wasting time. Just leave it.
So how do you handle it? A conclusion is not an action. What you just came to was a conclusion. That's a logical conclusion for the argument and or the thought, right? But that doesn't give you a solution that is action based to prevent and or solve your current problem. So think in a manner, right? excuse excuse me. Think in a manner, not just, oh, I need to stop it. That's the obvious answer. What answer will lead you to an action that prevents or solves your problem or both?
Don't be around him, all these people, and the girls.
Hmm, that's one. Or
I want to slap everyone, but
remember, you don't stamp out the ants, right?
I
And
know.
and what you need to get over, the first thing you need to get over is your inability to think about this problem for longer than 30 seconds.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Here's some real game for you. You ready for some God level game?
Go on.
You have to find a way to prevent your haters from being navigators. Find a way to keep your haters spectators. Run that back. You have to find a way to prevent your haters from becoming navigators. And you have to find a way to keep your haters merely spectators. They can't affect your game. They can just watch. They can just watch. They can boo. They can get mad. They can argue in bars about it with their friends. They can click up with other niggas that don't like you. But guess what they can't do on that court? Guess what they can't do?
I hear you.
Stop you. They can't stop you. And that is the most important thing about understanding haters and dirty Macs, right? Jack boys. Let's say you a hustler. And it's a jack boy trying to take your stuff every time you hustle for it because he don't want to hustle. He's a jack boy, right? Not everybody in the street is the same. It's hustlers, it's jack boys, it's all type of different people. A hustler is somebody who's willing to work. He's ultimately a worker. He's okay with laboring for his fruits as nature intended, as God commanded. Labor for thy fruits, man. You will till that field. You gonna work. A man must work. He who does not work does not eat. And there's many kinds of work. You just gotta pick one. We working right now, right? So that's one thing that's essential. But a hater, a hater, an envious man seeks to take from you. He wants to see you crumble because it brings him joy to not have a light that's casting a shadow on him. But a hustler looks at a light and gets inspired and soaks up some vitamin D, man. Think of a hater as somebody who doesn't like the sun. They want to stay in the cave all day because they scared of shadows. But you are a
Mm-hmm.
person that likes the sun, man. And you
Mm-hmm.
outside soaking up some vitamin D, getting some good prana up in your body because
Mm-hmm.
you're not scared
Pause.
of light.
Mm-hmm.
Light isn't afraid of light. So they're trying to dirty mac you in front of women they don't even know. They don't even know these women. That's the funny thing is I find it so funny when people dirty mac with women they don't know. Like you trying to tarnish my
Bro, at
reputation
all.
for a chick you don't know.
You, bro, come on, you don't, bro. It's disappointing.
Hey, that's life though. Right? That's life.
It is.
But the lesson here is not to continue to be amazed at a hater's hating ways. The lesson here is not to be amazed at a hater's hating ways. Run that back. The lesson here is not to be amazed by a hater's hating ways. It's about to find a way through the maze and to remain unfazed. Give me my motherfucking mic, man. You know what I'm saying? Find a way through the maze and remain unfazed, right? Don't get caught
Mm-hmm.
up in the haters hating ways. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Little shit to a giant, right? Little shit to a giant. And that is something that you're going to have to learn how to deal with is can you be so player that your haters don't have any access to your moves? They don't your haters shouldn't have any access to your moves, right? I cannot
Mm-hmm.
just go into my favorite professional athlete's gym and just go run ones with him because I feel insecure and I want to compare myself to him. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't do that. I don't have the access. You need to cut off access. When you linking with women, first of all, you shouldn't be linking with women with the homies. You should link with women solo, right? And there's
Right.
some
Mm-hmm.
manhood codes that we're gonna get to. I'm gonna help give you some game on that about how you actually, link up with women and how you keep your business to yourself. How your dating
Mm-hmm.
life is your dating life. You can share it with your homies. That's what we do. We talk to each other. We compare notes, and we should do more of that so that we can get better at it. That's something that women do very well. Women talk to each other
Mm-hmm.
and stay relevant on relevant information, and men need to do that same thing. I call it the shorty network, right? It's like a
Mm-hmm.
mycelium network.
Mm-hmm.
The shorty network is real, man. The sisterhood is real, right? But men need
I hear
to
you.
men need to establish a brotherhood where they can have these discussions, right? So you need to find a way to think solution oriented and up and step your game up to where all these men should not have access to even talk to or know the women that you're talking to on that level. They shouldn't know that, right? So
Mhm.
you don't got to
Mhm.
cut these people off. It's actually essential that you don't cut these people off so that you keep practice in how to deal with them. You must look at these people like an exercise in character.
Mhm.
The more you're
Mhm.
around them to refine your reactions and responses to them, the stronger your character gets. So the
Mhm.
inevitable petty shit that comes to you in the future is negligible. Like a what? An ant that's not crawling on you, right? You flick the ants that crawl on you. Maybe you slap the fruit fly that's trying to land on your food, but you don't try to kill all fruit flies. That's nature.
Mhm.
That's nature. And to kill off all fruit flies could disturb balance, man. I granted you kill all the haters. I'm gonna be upset at you because I'm gonna be looking for my haters, wondering where they been at. You know what I'm saying? You over here
Mhm.
extincting one of the main sources of motivation for people like me, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't
I.
don't destroy one of your main sources of motivation. If you didn't have haters, you wouldn't have an indication of where you're going.
Mm.
If you didn't have haters on how you're flowing, you wouldn't have an indication on where you're going. You know what I mean? You gotta have haters that hate on how you flowing. That way you know where you're going. Because they took their mind off of what they were doing to focus on you. Have you noticed something? When's the last time you heard any of those people that dirty Mac you? When was the last time they ever talked down on a homeless person?
Yeah, never.
What about each other? Do they dirty Mac anybody else in your group?
Not to me.
Not to you.
No.
Do you usually get your way with whatever woman you want?
Yeah.
So read the room, man. Read the room,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Read the room. You can't help your natural gifts. And some men, rather than develop their own natural gifts and become masters of themselves, would rather operate in a state of hatred. They would rather operate in a state of envy. Everybody wishes they were a little bit something different. I wish I was a
Mhm.
little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I was a real shot caller. Everybody wish something. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure Victor Wembanyama, he's one of the tallest men on earth. I'm sure he wished something. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. Mm.
Rappers want to be ballers. Ballers want to be rappers, right?
I.
Everybody seeks to be something different. But here's the thing: a hater is uninspired. We've already discussed the psychology of a hater on this one, man. I'm gonna put the link above. But a hater is uninspired. They just uninspired. They're uninspired to try and get the results that you got out of life, and so now they want to take them from you. But I digress, man. What do you think about that?
Can't be paying attention to the haters. And if you piss me off, if you get on me a little bit, then I can slap you, maybe slap your way, swat your way, but I can't be putting too much energy into it. There's other things I need to be focusing on at this
Yeah,
moment.
but I want to get you
Until
away from slapping. I want to get you away from slapping because that is a form of controlling you. Do you understand a hater seeks to control you?
mm,
A hater seeks to to take your attention because when a giant pays attention to an ant, the ant feels like a giant. Right? The ant
mm,
feels like a giant if he's like, I'm this
yeah, got a
small
lot of
and I
attention
got
right now.
you bent over looking at me right now.
Yeah, yeah,
So slapping them simply gives them what they want. And not to mention, if they have a victim complex, then they garner sympathy and they succeeded in destroying your reputation and you helped them. They was trying to dirty Mac you anyways. So if they dirty mac you and say, "Oh, bro is like this, no one likes him around," and then you slap them, what does that mean? You slapped them. That means you showed them they were correct. Now everybody who watched is confirmed. Yeah, they warned me about him and he slapped them. I should have listened to their warning about this guy. He really is crazy. They said he was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
He slapped them. He must be crazy. And you played right into that simple 1-2 punch combo right into their hand.
And I fell for it.
And you fell for it. And it would be your damn fault. So that's what it's about, man, is recognizing these things. You need practice dealing with haters and dealing with different kinds of people and psychologies. And these psychologies may be way more twisted than yours. But the flaw in your thinking happens when you think you're exempt. You are not exempt from that. Kill the hater in yourself. Kill the procrastinator in yourself. Kill the wannabe navigator in yourself. Right? Delete your isms within yourself. And then you'll start to realize, I don't even have to step on this ant. I can walk over them. I can walk over them and I can keep my head
Mm-hmm.
to the clouds, not looking down at the ground. I can keep my eyes
Mm-hmm.
forward, not looking down at the ground, at someone who can't understand my steps. Because an ant's 1,000 steps may not equal a stride of mine. So why would I stop my walk? Let's say I'm on a journey somewhere and I have to be there by a certain time. And there's this ant that's walking, talking shit. And let's say I can hear him. Imagine me stopping my walk to look down and see the direction and positioning of this ant so I can squish him. When there's going to be another ant
You would have.
3 paces forward doing the exact same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So
You would
yeah,
have stomped
man.
them out.
What you think, man? What you think?
I hear you. I just can't be putting energy into it. I just it's it's not ignoring, but it's understanding that it's the way it is and allowing it to happen.
No, it's not an allow thing. That's what I want you to get to. I want to get you to understand is you can't end ants. You can't end a natural
No, that's
phenomenon,
my point.
right?
It's the natural way.
Yeah. You
So
just
it's
have
not an
to,
allowance,
again,
but
when
it's
you
an
go
acceptance.
outside, wear that bug spray. And
Mm-hmm.
that bug spray
Mm-hmm.
is your emotional energy stores, man. Your emotional energy stores come from, yeah, I know this person hating, but I'm a smile. You know why? Because I actually am happy and fulfilled. And they hate that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy and fulfilled, you know? So if you heard that, you should have went up to the girl or went up to bro and been like, yeah, I'm so terrible. You want to smoke a joint or something?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And you
Mm-hmm.
can play into them, be playful. Let them know it does not harm you. People will formulate their own opinions about you regardless. And 80% of the time, some of them hardly know you. Some of them just going off the word of another person. You know what I mean? Just the word of
Mm-hmm.
another person, bro. But anything else on your mind, man?
No, nothing else right now.
Honey.
Nothing else. Mm. No.
Bet. Bet. Yeah, bro. Like I said, man,